I entered Bolivia on July 10th, 2009, after leaving Peru. I crossed at the border crossing of Copacabana at Lake Titicaca. I spent 4 days at the lake and then moved on towards La Paz, the administrative capital of Bolivia. La Paz only has 1 million people living in the city, but because is confined to its geographical bowl, it seems much more congested than or larger than it is. But it retains a lot of its natural heritage. Here's some dried llama fetuses that will chase away evil spirits from your house if you have them. Um, After La Paz, I headed north of La Paz on the road to this town of Cortico lies the notorious Highway of Death, or world's most dangerous highway. Since they've built a new modern highway that parallels this, it's no longer as dangerous as it used to be, and primarily used now for mountain bike tour companies. After the Death Road, I started heading south. I had to get through La Paz, but then got into what I considered the more interesting parts of Bolivia. The pavement stopped midway, or a little bit north of midway of the country, and you're just left to travel on these dirt roads, which aren't so bad. But on most of the dirt roads, they were doing some construction and actually paving the roads, and that's what made them treacherous, is all the construction and the detours. Um, but otherwise, you just drive and drive for hours and hours and not seeing a soul, which can be a little daunting if you let your thoughts kind of get carried away. But if you just relax and go with it, it's actually remarkable, and it's almost like having the country to yourself. After a couple days on the dirt roads, I finally made it to Sucre, the political capital of Bolivia. It's a beautiful city, also called the City of White. Beautiful architecture. Nearby is where Che Guevara was hunted down and captured. Um, but beautiful city, beautiful weather. While I was there, I visited a couple centers for kids there, Nanta, which is an after school program, and an all boys orphanage that I found through my friend Carolyn from Liechtenstein, that the country funds most of the orphanage projects. But it was a great morning. After Sucre, I headed south to Potosi, where the famed Cerro Rico mines are, where the early Spanish pulled out so much silver and shipped to Europe. Um, it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. After that, I continued south to Uyuni, kind of southwest, and again a long day on the dirt roads. And you can see there, I dropped the bike there after hitting a large rock. There's a couple train graveyards outside of Uyuni, back from the when mining was a little bit more prosperous in that area. But the Uyuni is famous for the salar, the world's largest salt flats. Totally surreal place that just goes on and on forever, or so it seems, and even more surreal to drive on it. The salt is up to 10 meters thick, so but it just seems like you're driving on a sheet of ice, even though your tires stick quite well. Throughout the lake bed, there's islands that crop up here and there. There was Cactus Island, but fun to drive on. After Uyuni, I headed towards the Argentine border with some, again, more dirt roads, beautiful country, all to myself. Um, no problems and no construction at this portion of the road. And eventually, I ended up at the border of Argentina, and I really enjoyed Bolivia, and I'm anxious to go back. I will definitely go back to